start doing a whole vlog, and then we can't see, or you know, none of you can see or hear us.
We'll just give it a second.
Yeah.
Make sure
Everything's
everything's
a minute.
Yeah, everything's okay. Can everybody see us and hear us okay? YouTube was a bit weird a minute or two ago.
Should have grabbed my phone.
Do you want me to grab it for you?
Yeah, well, just so I could see on our channel whether we're actually live. Oh, Muddy, Lisa says, yeah, all good. Fanny says, hi guys, fantastic. Yeah, it was very weird when we started off. Then it wasn't having any of it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to know. Reassuring. Not a fault on our end. We checked our internet connection. Everything was fine. Everything's fine with the laptop. So we just had a minute where YouTube was just like, no, you're not going live right this second.
They didn't want us to.
No. But we're here anyway. For anybody who's new, for anyone who's just joining us, this is our cooking in the kitchen. Or, I mean, it's Paul cooking in the kitchen, really. Yeah, I'm Jason.
Hello, I'm Paul. And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
And this is one of our regular lives. We do one a week. Saturday, Friday, Sunday is the order. So today is Sunday, so next week will be Saturday. And it'll be a mukbang. But however, we should have done really a first Sunday live in the kitchen on the 1st of January. That's when we were due. But we already had a Welcome to Veganuary vlog set up for people who were starting on their Veganuary journey, and we deemed that to be very important, and a lot of people have found it helpful, so I'm glad we did that. So this is now our first live in the kitchen of 2023. So what are you cooking then, Paul? Well, I didn't know what I was going to do
for quite a while.
I like this bit about doing some jackfruit. There's not really a lot you can do about jackfruit. It's so easy. You drain it, cook it in the pan and mash it up a bit and add whatever sauce you want to it. That's jackfruit.
Hey, I mean, I'm no cooking expert. Some of you will know. But what I do know about jackfruit is I would draw a comparison to tofu. Not in texture, in any way, shape or form, but it has the same ability as tofu to be versatile.
Yeah, the same versatility.
So
today, what I'm doing is I'm doing a Depression era chocolate cake, which turned out to be vegan by default because it has no eggs or dairy in it, because it was for hard times. It was for the hard times, but apparently it's a really delicious cake.
And it's also worth mentioning, if anybody's watching, because we never assume, if anybody's watching that isn't vegan and is vegetarian or whatever, anything else, I can only speak for the UK, but in the UK at the moment, you can't get free-range eggs because of bird flu. So all the laying birds, none of them are free.
Crazy cake, yes, KH. It's also called crazy cake. It's got loads of names. Loads of different names. So anyway, I got the recipe from online, actually mainly from the lovely Emmy Made in Japan.
Emmy Made,
who's done it in her most recent vlog. So I've converted. I do need my phone anyway because I've converted the recipe.
Ah, right. Beardy Run UK says you had me at chocolate.
So.
Excellent.
Where is it? Naturalness, there it is. Right, Depression era cake. So, if anybody has a pen and paper and you want to write this down, now would be the time to do that. This is the recipe for crazy cake, depression cake, wartime cake, hard times cake, but it looks gorgeous. Right, so for our American friends, it's 1.5 cups of flour, and I did the 1.5 cups and then measured it, and it was 210 grams of plain flour. We're just on plain flour at the moment, okay? 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which equates to 40 grams of cocoa powder. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. You don't need me to convert teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of salt. 1 cup of sugar. Now it says white sugar and ours is like raw, so I hope it works, but it equates to 175 grams of sugar, 1 cup. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla essence. 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is your best bet, but I suppose any white vinegar would do. Don't use malt vinegar.
I would have done.
So 1 tablespoon of vinegar. 5 tablespoons of veg oil. I'm going to be using extra virgin olive oil. I always do that when I do cakes. 1 cup or 200 millilitres of lukewarm water. But I'm copying off Emmy, and I've done coffee. 2 teaspoons of coffee in there. So that's my water, coffee rather than water.
Nice.
So let's get to it.
Yeah.
I've pre-measured all the ingredients. This is my 1.5 cups, aka 210 grams of plain flour. I'm just going to sift that into my bowl here.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to take a moment to thank everyone for being here, but a special thank you, of course, to our mods, Ashley and Leanne. Greatly appreciated, as always. But 82 in the house, if you're enjoying the live stream, you know what I'm going to say. Do please consider giving the live stream a thumbs up so the robots, the YouTube robots, pay attention to us.
Right, let's get all of the dry ingredients into this bowl first. So this is my 4 tablespoons, aka 40 grams of cocoa. And I'm also going to sift that because cocoa can get a bit lumpy sometimes.
Good shout. Good shout. Ashley says, I'm going to make an Oreo no-bake tray thing later because I stupidly showed it to Tom. Excellent. Then I was ushered to the supermarket for supplies. Brilliant. I hope it turns out well, Ashley. Sounds great.
Right, that's my flour and my cocoa powder.
Yes.
Now I'm going to get my baking soda and baking powder, and it's 1 teaspoon each. So if you don't have one of these, by the way, the plastic cup measurements, they're so worth getting because then you don't have to convert recipes because you've already got your measurements. So it's like cup, half cup, third cup, quarter cup, tablespoon, half tablespoon, teaspoon. Really, really good. So this is Dr. Oetker baking powder.
Nice.
So we're going to use a level teaspoon of that. And again, I'm going to put it in there because sometimes it can have, yeah, see them lumps.
Yeah. It's a learning experience for me, this, you know.
Just hold that there for a sec, Jay, while I get the other one, my babes, please.
I don't do particularly well at retaining the information, but, you know.
And bicarb. Same again.
Flat. Tracy says, going back to what we were saying before, we like doing jackfruit in the Instapot with spices and barbecue sauce and a bit of liquid smoke. Really, really infuses it with a flavour. Yum. Yeah, great stuff.
Right, I'm going to get my sugar in there now. Oh, you can shift that.
Yeah.
Babes, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to get my sugar in there now. And the sugar is 1 cup, 175 grams, but ours is the, you know, that sugar. I don't care. Right, let me give that a whisk now. As it is, just get all those dry ingredients incorporated. I've got the oven preset to 180, which is 340, I think, for our American friends.
Thank you, R2 Love.
Really good mix.
Auntie has got another name, Scrooge Cake.
Ah, I wonder why it's got all these names when it's actually quite well known. So that's a 1 tablespoon or half tablespoon.
Half.
Well, where's my tablespoon one gone then?
Is it in the sink?
Oh, it is. Yeah. It sure is, promise.
Muddy says, "Ooh, I've got all the ingredients for this."
I know. I'm glad I turned out to have. Otherwise, that would have been a bit rubbish, wouldn't it?
Well, the pie would have been the jackfruit. Then we'd have done something with jackfruit, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
There's always an
As I
alternative.
was saying though about jackfruit before, honestly, it's one of the easiest things to do. Get it in a frying pan with a little bit of oil, because it comes in like pineapple segment pieces a lot. Young green jackfruit. Smash it up a bit, get it all strandy, and add whatever sauce you want to it. Impart the flavour into it. It's fantastic. So we've just been saying we need to start eating more of that actually. Right, where are we up to? 5 tablespoons of oil. So this is my extra virgin olive oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my extra virgin olive oil, which is basically the main oil I use, really. There's something else that requires a tablespoon. Oh, of course, it's the vinegar.
When does the coffee go?
In a minute. We pass us the apple cider vinegar out of the cupboard there. It'll be on the bottom shelf. Yeah, just give it a right good shake.
Yeah.
So this is what causes the reaction with the baking soda and the baking powder, I believe. So 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, thank you everyone for the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated.
It says half a teaspoon of salt, but
Are you just going to eyeball that?
yeah, half a teaspoon of salt.
David is joining us from Mexico. David, thank you for being here.
Oh, I need vanilla now, don't I? So I've got the flour in there, the cocoa, the baking powder, the baking soda, the salt, the white sugar, the vinegar, the veg oil. Now it's just the vanilla essence, 1.5 teaspoons, and the coffee.
Nice. Right, I'm going to scroll down. I don't think I've missed too much. Leanne, don't worry. You are not a Muppet. You are not a Muppet. Unless it's in the sense of the Muppets, which are glorious, fabulous. That's fine.
Right, it's half a teaspoon. So if I just do 3 of them, because it's 1.5.
Okay.
Oh,
Stephanie says, I was adding the ah-ha-ha in the count's voice as Paul was counting.
and then the coffee. And then we just give that a nice mix until it becomes a lovely cake batter. And I can see the reaction already with the ingredients. Oh my God, that smells good.
It does, doesn't it? Imran's in the house. Hey, you guys! Glad you could make it, good sir. And Motton, 2020 Bridget. Welcome, one and all. Do you want me to take over? Or are you happy to? Yeah.
You give it a right good beating and try and get all that off the sides. But it looks and smells like a fantastic cake batter.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how things that are kind of seen as depression era or wartime or poor man's cake turn out to be vegan, and yet people say dairy and eggs aren't expensive. Oh, then why was this the thing then?
Well, we've said this before, haven't we? It's like in other parts of the world, and I suppose in the UK to a certain extent as well. It's the same with animals. It's serving up meat. In the past has always been a sign of affluence. It's like, oh, we want to give you the best, but actually, it's like, no, vegetables, salads, you know, stuff like that. That's the good stuff. Should I just keep at this for a bit?
Is it nice and mixed?
Well, I don't know.
Nice and smooth. Like short fork.
Yeah. I need to stand up to do that. I can't do that sat down.
Do you want to just put the camera above?
I can do.
This. Just for a minute, just so people can see. There we go.
Oh.
So that's what it looks like. And it's lump free, thankfully.
Shiny, gloopy. Lovely. Excellent. We'll put you back there. I hope that you stay there. Yes. There we go. There we go. How much liquid? How much was the coffee, Paul?
200 millilitres.
200.
One cup.
1 cup, 200 millilitres, Jenny. Just so you know.
We've got our little lined tray here. And I'm just going to get all this into here.
I did this, by the way. See this lovely parchment paper here? I did that. That was my contribution.
You really did.
Muddy, it really is. It is. Even I could do this. I mean, of course, it's going in the oven. As Paul said before, the oven has been preheating.
Yes, it has.
And then obviously it's you just got to just wait and see then.
Get that over into the corners.
What are we thinking time-wise, mister?
Right. Well, according to the recipe, it's like 50 minutes, but Emmy's version cooked in 30. So she said, watch out. You know, watch how long you leave it in for, because hers did really, really quickly. So have a little taste of that batter.
Yeah. People are complimenting me on my parchment paper skills. Thank you, by the way.
Oh, that's really nice.
Whoa,
isn't
that's
it?
lovely. Yeah, that's proper lovely.
Just getting these rinsed so it's easier to clean later.
Simone, it's just gone in sync. But to be honest with you, there really wasn't much because it got proper scraped.
Yeah, scrape out with spatula, mate. Right, I'm going to get this into the oven.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy days. So it's 3:20 now, give or take.
So we shall check it out at about 10 to 4.
Cheers, Adam.
But in the meantime, I'm going to do something else.
Whilst you're doing something else, Motton says, do you reckon you could make it in an air fryer?
Yeah, but depending on the size of your air fryer, you might have to put it into smaller things, you know, like if you've got a 2-shelf one.
Yeah, smaller tray. Yeah, like Muddy says, Paul, I'm guessing the timing depends on the depth of the tin and the size.
Yes, yeah.
Because if it's quite deep, it's going to take longer, isn't it? I'm reckoning that's going to take about 30 minutes myself. Again, I'm no expert, but that's my opinion. You're done with this apple cider now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll pop that back in a sec. So how's everyone doing anyway? How's everyone doing? We've got 112 in the house. It's a nice chilled Sunday. And of course, we're in the middle of Veganuary. It doesn't seem that long ago, but it was 2 weeks when we were in London with the vegan queens challenging Rishi Sunak to go vegan for a month. but the guy can't even manage to keep a seatbelt on. So I think he's got, you know, he's got serious issues that he needs to be dealing with. What is it Gemini said, Paul?
Oh,
Sort your life out, Rishi Sunak.
get a great Rishi Sunak.
Oh, Julia, that's good to read. And we are doing good too. It was a bit of a strange day yesterday. It was a weird one. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was like a limbo day, but there was a lot going on. There was lots of thoughts. There was reminiscing. Paul filmed a bit of a tribute 10-year anniversary vlog with Mam Joan. So yeah, but it's been quite a nice weekend. All told, we're both doing good. Thank you for asking.
Now I'm doing this with no measurements, just so you know. I'm basically making an icing for the top of the cake for when it's done.
Nice.
And it's fully cooled. You never put any icing on a cake while it's hot. I'm sure most of you know that, but some people who've never baked before wouldn't necessarily. So they'd make a lovely icing and put it on a hot cake and then wonder why it was all melting off. So this isn't actually icing sugar, it's very fine sugar, and I'm hoping it works the same way, really.
Maximo Kit says, I've been and bought a load of doner kebab pot noodles because of you. They're good, honestly, they're good. If you like, I mean, obviously, pot noodles not for everyone. We all know, you know, that it's not something you'd eat every day. But now and again, well, yeah, but I mean, they're not the healthiest, are they? I suppose.
No, but we should never tell. This is one of my things about being a YouTuber. People will do themselves. You know, we wouldn't choose to eat them every day.
Yeah. I mean, from a nutritional standpoint, I suppose what I would say is, in an ideal world, maybe try not to eat a pot noodle every day. But that's just from a nutritional standpoint, is all. But the doner kebab pot noodle is spot on, and of course, clearly marked vegan.
Do you want to give that
a? Certainly will.
I think there'll be enough sugar in there. Just let me put a tiny bit more in, just in case. There we go.
Chloe says, you guys are the reason I turned vegan. I started Veganuary this month and I don't ever plan on going back to my old lifestyle now. Kiss.
That's amazing.
Chloe, that is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah, this is coming together great.
Yeah, it will do. So this is basically just, I can't believe it's not butter, cocoa powder, and very fine sugar. Icing sugar's best, but I ain't got any in. And I don't know what that is, that fine sugar I've got, but it'll melt up in there.
Yeah, it might just be might be a bit grainy. I don't know.
I don't mind grainy too much.
How's that?
Yeah, it looks all okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it needs a bit more mixing or what.
Well, I'll just sit and mix it once that's sitting
in. Simone, that's so weird. Going back to just asking if everybody was okay before. Simone's doing well, but wondering why little Germany starts Veganuary tomorrow at the end of it. That's weird. Very strange.
So can you see I've got this kind of, it's like a chocolate frosting, basically. And that will go on top of the cake when it's fully cooked. Well, I think it will. I'll tell you now.
Leanne says, try blitzing that in the bullet and it'll go fluffy.
Will it? If I do this now, Leanne, and then have to clean my NutriBullet, I'll have your guts for garters, Welsh lady.
I'm the one that's going to be cleaning, aren't I? Let's be real. Let's be real.
It's not the end. That bloody song of yours in my brain.
Oh, Kate, hope you're feeling better soon, and hope you manage to get to Tesco to pick up some awesome stuff.
I tell you what, Tesco is still leading the way as far as we're concerned. That shopping vlog we did in there the other day, every time I go in there, I'm like, bloody hell.
It reaffirmed.
Well done, Tesco. You know, it's brilliant.
It did. It reaffirmed even for me that they're really, you know, top of the game. Leanne says, trust me, I'm a baker, lol.
True story.
True story. I hope this works now or I'm in trouble. I'm sure it'll work. It's simple science, isn't it? Surely. Simple science. Oh, thanks, Claire.
I might just leave that in there for a little bit so it kind of goes
down,
drops back down, and then I can give it another blast before that cake's looking like it's nearly done.
Well, Leanne says that'll be enough, I think. So we'll see. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Muddy says, Jason, just bought those dumplings and noodles you recommended in Tesco's. Muddy, I hope you're not disappointed. I have bigged them up. They're awesome.
Oh, the big meal, the 4.25 meal. I wanted that meal so badly.
It's great. It's really good. Yeah, it is. R2 Love, yes, absolutely. One step at a time. And as long as the journey continues and there's a destination, that's what we always say. But one step at a time. Absolutely brilliant. We were talking just the other day about the meat industry versus the dairy industry and the way things are going at the moment. I think we'll see a more of a decline in the dairy industry and dairy going before we see meat myself, because there's so many people who aren't even don't even class themselves as vegetarian that are now have switched to non-dairy milks, isn't it? It's the way. It's the future. Yeah. Anywho, I should scroll down a little bit. So for anybody that is just joining us and you're a little bit like, what's going on? Because we're nearly half an hour in. We're making chocolate cake and Paul has just whipped up, what would you call it? A frosting? Yeah. Chocolate frosting for the top. So there we go. That's where we're up to.
Frosting / ganache.
That's only been in
It's not a ganache.
That's only been in 10 minutes. You put it in at 20 past.
I know.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on how keen your oven is.
Yeah, of course. Ours is quite keen, isn't it? Flanny, it really is, isn't it? As Paul pointed out in our recent Tesco vlog, as he did the walk down the aisle.
Tank Girl, I don't think we did show the buttermilk peanut nugget chocky bar for £1 in Tesco. That would probably be with I suppose things like, is it with things like Snickers and stuff like that? If it's, because it wouldn't be with the bars of chocolate, would it? I think that's all we showed when it came to, like we always say in the vlogs, though, we can't possibly show everything.
And we don't want to, do we?
No, it takes away your fun.
We don't want to.
Your discovery of stuff.
Absolutely. That is part of the fun, isn't it? Is all of us individually coming across and finding random things, whether it's accidentally vegan or clearly marked vegan. It's always a joy to find something that you've never seen before.
We didn't spend a lot of time in the free from section. actually, because we said there's so much stuff in there. It's just like spend a bit of time in there. We actually said that in the vlog. Spend a bit of time in this aisle and have a good look around. There's a lot of stuff. Too much for us to show you.
It's incredible, the free from aisle in Tesco's, to be honest with you. I said when we were in there the other day.
Asda's is a gold mine.
Yeah, you could spend half an hour easy just in the free from.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing Ashley's oven isn't great. Take about 5 working days in my oven. Yeah, our oven's pretty good, to be fair. You know, touch wood. I've jinxed it now, haven't I? Let's have a little scrolly. Make sure I've not missed anything. No. We are half an hour into the live stream and we are already at 82 thumbs up. So if a few of you who haven't already would be, you know, so kind and awesome as to click the thumbs up on the live stream, it would be lovely to hit 100. I'm always going on about it, but it does help the channel. And the main reason we ask is because, of course, we want to get the down-to-earth vegan message out there in as many directions
as we possibly can
as possible. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it sounded a bit like Chent then when it said at the end of the TYT. Thank you. Yeah, right. I'm scrolling down. Tank Girl following up on before. I get overwhelmed with the choices these days. I used to have to go to the next village just to get soya milk. Isn't it a great time to be alive when it comes to cruelty-free and vegan stuff? It really is. I mean, it's not in other respects because, you know, don't even get me started on politics in the Western world. But in terms of vegan, 2023, awesome time to be vegan.
Art you love. Do you know what free range eggs actually means? Do you know what it? Like caged hens are caged in tiny little cages, sometimes 2, 3, or 4 of them in a tiny little cage where they can't move. Free range eggs aren't caged, but there are thousands of them in a giant shed. There are sick and lame chickens that can't move. VFC did, well, Gen V shared VFC's investigation of a chicken farm recently, one that's free range. We treat our chickens well, and it was horrific. No, vegans don't eat eggs, even if they have chickens themselves. Good vegans feed those eggs back to the chickens because they actually lose a hell of a lot of calcium every time they lay.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Yeah. Alexandra has been a channel member for 15 months.
Bless your cotton socks.
Loving every minute of it. Bless you. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for all of your support. It doesn't go unnoticed or unappreciated, genuinely.
Oh, Stephanie says, Paul and Jason, what are your recommendations for soothing drinks, foods after a very poorly tummy?
Ooh.
Well, turmeric latte. So you just use a nice plant milk, a little bit of turmeric, and a sweetener such as maybe agave or maple, or just sugar if you want. Because if you've had a poorly tummy and maybe there's been some inflammation down there, the turmeric is really going to help. And turmeric lattes are actually gorgeous. And any soups.
Yeah.
When I'm not feeling so well, I can actually just sit down to, I'm so glad that they brought out vegan beef style OXO cubes, because I used to love a cup of OXO.
Oh yeah,
just sitting down with a cup of OXO, and I can have them again now, and I really enjoy that. Fluids and flavored fluids, which is why I say soups are going to be really helpful, or something nice and simple like a plate of mashed potato. I'd have that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Paul's better with the answers than I am. I mean, the first thing that came to my head is, you know, if I am ever feeling a little bit like that, I don't drink a lot of tea, herbal teas, fruit teas, don't drink a lot of them. but just a simple lemon and ginger tea. That always kind of makes me feel a little bit better when I'm, you know, not great. But yeah, Paul with the ideas. Is this okay? Does it need checking on? Will it be all right?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Chloe, just for the record, dogs can be vegan, cats can't. I know that there are vegan cat foods out there, but cats cannot be vegan. They are obligate carnivores. And so I pray for the day when cultured meat becomes the norm in pet food.
I get you. Yeah.
That would be amazing. But we actually, regrettably, tried vegan food with our cat Isis for about 10 days, and she killed a shitload of birds over that time. And so yeah, might just give this a little turny.
A little turny. Just turning the cake round in the oven. Julie says, me and my sister just got Tesco delivered and we've just tried their vegan donuts and they are absolutely delicious.
We've smashed that packet we bought in the vlog the other day.
The wicked donuts. And I mean, to be honest, they're new to us. I don't think we've had them before, but they've been out a good while. I said the other day, didn't I? They have absolutely met the brief. What Wicked have done is created the classic
jam donut.
Jam donut.
Lovely.
Traditional English jam donut that I remember from like when I was like 10-year-old.
Clearly marked vegan and bloody lovely.
They are proper nice, yes. Proper nice.
Oh, that jumped.
I don't actually know if it jumped that much. Oh, no, it did a little bit. Oh, we were there. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah. Stefan is appreciative of all the awesome ideas.
I knew everyone would give ideas because everyone's great. Oh, speaking of ginger, Teresa's just said ginger is good for nausea. Absolutely agree. Now, I don't know if you know or not, but yeah, I think most of the people who are regulars on the channel do. Me and Jason have an ice cube every morning in a teacup of boiling water, and the ice cube is made up of whole lemon, whole unwaxed lemon, pip, peel, everything, water, turmeric, and black pepper. And we freeze it into ice cubes and we pop one in a cup of boiling water every morning. Because of what I've been reading about ginger lately, I said to Jay the other day, I'm going to start adding a chunk of ginger to our ice cube mix. So it becomes lemon, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and water. I think that's going to do a lot more, you know.
Yeah. Claire is going to walk the doggies, catch up later. Claire, thank you for being here. Hope you have a lovely walk.
Oh, Helly Welly, thank you for watching the tribute to Cyril. We enjoyed it. I've been and watched it this morning with my mum. Actually went down to her house, got YouTube up. We sat and watched it together. So, yeah, that was nice.
It was nice. It was lovely. Lovely thing to do.
You love, there is such thing as vegan clothing. I mean, at the most basic information I can give you there is avoid wool and leather. Avoid wool and avoid leather.
Yeah.
Don't buy them.
It's a good start, isn't it?
I occasionally buy things that I wouldn't buy as a vegan second hand, because try getting drag shoes in a size 8. Although now we've found these fantastic companies, Koi Footwear and La Moda.
Yeah,
they're amazing and their shoes are fantastic. So even we're moving away from that buying second hand now, which I only really did with drag stuff anyway. I've still got a pair of leather shoes upstairs that I've had for going on 27 years now, and I will. They're the shoes. This sounds awful. They're the shoes I wear for funerals.
You very rarely wear them. They're literally like.
But I will keep them until they fall off my feet. I'm not going to throw them away because now I know better. I do better. But I bought them. I own them, and I'm going to respect the cow by wearing them until I can't wear them anymore.
Yeah, that's why.
But with clothes, cotton, acrylic, polyester, polyamide. There's all these fabrics. Like I bought a load of jumpers recently off ASOS. Every single one of them is 100% acrylic.
You wouldn't know it though, would you?
No,
in terms of the quality and
they feel like chenille.
The feel, the touch.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
100% acrylic, all of them.
Yeah.
So silk, thank you. Do you know silk is not on my radar because it's something I just never even Gemini.
No.
It's not a thing, but thank you for
Nice
bringing
one,
that
Rolf.
up. Yes, silk isn't it? Because silkworms are farmed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Teresa, my children bought me vegan Doc Martens for Christmas. Awesome stuff. And also, whilst we're on the subject, lots of people within the community that our community on YouTube, on Facebook, across socials, had shared the super dry vegan shoe sale before Christmas. And I was lucky enough to get a lovely pair of vegan, clearly marked vegan, super dry, sort of tennis/baseball boots. And they were 25 quid and they're absolutely amazing. I wore them down in London when we were down there with Vegan Queens. Comfortable, clearly marked vegan. And in the sale, 25 quid bargain.
And the Vegan Queens had some gorgeous big platform boots on that were bought from La Moda, which is a UK shoe company, 100% vegan and cruelty free.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I would also
stunning
to just jump in momentarily, change the subject completely and say thank you. Thank you all of you, because we're at 104 thumbs up.
Thanks, guys.
On the live stream. That is
guys.
Always appreciated.
Much appreciated.
We need to get, it's 2023, we need to get this down-to-earth vegan message out there to more people. We need to connect with more people. We need your help to do it. Because believe it or not, I think quite a few of our subscribers, I think they think of us as bigger than we actually are in terms of our influence. I read a comment before, I can't remember who had written it, about like vegan food manufacturers and how we're like doing their jobs for them and we should get a cut of the profits. I wholeheartedly agree, but we're simply not big enough, to even flex a muscle when it comes to that. But please do share the channel as far and as wide as you can and you feel comfortable doing. I know sometimes you might share something that's vegan across your social media, like our good friend Adam, who attracted quite a lot of negativity from his some of his older friends. But yeah, if you feel comfortable enough and confident enough to do it, please do share some of our content and help us get the word out there.
Right, I'm hoping some of this has fell down now, so I'm just going to give it just another. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just pop this into the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, it might just need a bit of a, it'll just need a bit of a scrape, won't it? But that looks good now. That looks really good.
Good job that worked there.
Ashley says there's a company called Vegan Outfitters that do some great clothes and a percentage of the sale goes to feeding hungry animals. That's nice. I think I've heard of Vegan Outfitters.
Speaking of percentages of things going to feed hungry animals, Jason, over to you.
Yeah, nice segue. Our song, Choices, which is out and available to stream on pretty much every music streaming platform on the planet now. I will post the link in the chat at some point shortly, but we co-wrote a song called Choices. It's about the animals, and 50% of all of the proceeds that come from purchasing it on Bandcamp for a mere £1 English, 50% of all the proceeds goes to Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, FARS, who are amazing. They do amazing work. So I will get the link up shortly, but also it would be rude of me not to thank all of you that have already checked out the song, the music video on our channel, and actually paid for and downloaded the track.
And can you mention the fact that you've just, for those that have been listening to you on Spotify or Amazon, you've just added...
Oh, yeah. So yesterday, it usually takes a couple of working days just to kind of process and everything. But because yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Cyril's passing, I uploaded Look to Him, which is the song that I wrote about Cyril. So that hopefully over the next day or two will also be available on streaming, all or most streaming platforms across the planet. So there you go. There you go. That's a little music update for you all. Oh, Sasha's in the house. Hello, Sasha. Thank you for being here. It's been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while. Hope everything is good in your world, good sir. Hope everything is going just fine.
It's done.
It's done?
Yeah.
Cake's done. Apparently. Ah, nice one, Ashley. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. Metal Kicks Ass is on a bit of a homemade cooking from scratch kind of vibe at the moment, which is cool. Homemade almond butter. And you're going to have a go at making your own soap. Excellent. Oh, Adam, bless you, dude. That's such a nice thing for you to say about the song. Genuinely. Well, they often say when you speak to songwriters, this is not the same for everyone, obviously, but pretty consistently, many songwriters will say, if you get a song down and you've got all of the lyrics and most of the music, and it kind of comes together in like 20 minutes, half an hour, they often make for the best songs. It's the ones that you chisel away at for months and months and months, and you end up sort of doubting yourself and thinking, is this even any good? But the ones you smash out in 20, 30 minutes, they usually turn out pretty good. Whoa, that's not bad at all, that, is it?
Do you want to do that?
Well, I can just
so they can get a better
do you want me to actually
view of it.
Do this?
Yeah,
Come above.
There, I'll show you under the light so you can actually see it. There it is. Depression era chocolate cake. And when that's all cooled enough, which will be a good few hours yet, I'll put the icing on top and then leave it in the fridge for a little bit. And there you go.
Awesome. It smells lovely, it has to be said. It smells proper lovely.
I mean, I know it's just come out of the oven, but we've got to have a taste of it, Jason.
Yeah.
If I just cut an end off like that.
Oh, Sasha, that's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you. Sasha says, hi, Jason.
How fluffy that is on the inside. It's like mega fluffy when I'm getting it all over.
Oh, no.
No, it's really fluffy.
Before I dive in and eat this, I'm going to just read what Sasha's written. Hi, Jason. Yes, everything is good now. We have finally sorted the staying permit for my partner. He can stay at least for 3 years in Germany now.
Amazing.
That is awesome. So good. Whoa. Mm.
That's really nice, flavourful chocolate cake.
Can I also say, because I think this is quite important, it's not too sweet, and I really like that.
The coffee. That's the bitterness of the coffee.
Counterbalancing with the sugar. I don't know how you feel about this, but do you not find like a lot of the time when you have like vegan cake bought off the shelf especially, but sometimes even vegan stuff that you make at home like bacon and that, off the shelf stuff especially, it can be incredibly sweet, too sweet sometimes. Perfect.
That's got a nice chocolate bitterness to it. You can't really taste the coffee, but it's the coffee that's helped that bitterness.
Oh yeah, that's tasty.
Good old, simple, easy to make chocolate cake.
Yeah, that's really good. Oh, Teresa, we are hoping to get to one of the FAR's sanctuary open days at some point. Fingers crossed this year. Obviously, we did the interview with them. We followed them. We know how amazing their work is. We've really kind of developed a lovely relationship with them down there. The next step, of course, is to actually go and pay them a visit and actually see the place for ourselves.
Yeah.
But we knew straight away how awesome they were, and having got to know them a bit better, it was a no-brainer really. When I was thinking about, you know, where I wanted 50% of the proceeds from choices to go to, it was a no-brainer to pick Fars, to be honest. Where are we up to? Oh, that's not a bad price actually for compost, Adam. That's not bad at all.
Don't forget to Google whether it's vegan or not, though, buddy. Sometimes it's got bone meal in it or even blood. Westland is your best bet.
Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But also, as we get into spring, you might find as well, Adam, it's worth just checking a couple of your local supermarkets, because sometimes they do have some really good deals on compost. Like I think we were getting like, I think it was like 3 40-litre ones for like a tenner, 3 for a tenner or something they were doing. But obviously we ended up going to Selco as well and got an even better deal. So you never know, you never know. Seasonal though, isn't it? Price-wise, a bit like buying tents. Nice one, Leanne. Yeah, that makes sense. Even to me.
Oh, Bill, can you give my wife Liz a wave? Would be lovely. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. Hi.
Jenny, the fasting went well for 2 days. I did Monday and Tuesday last week. I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Because Wednesday it was freezing, bitter, horrible cold, and I was ravenous, and there were people eating all around me, and I thought, I'm not doing it today. I want a couple of toast. So I had a couple of toast, and then I had my tea that night. So I didn't fast on Wednesday or Thursday. But like I say, yeah, I'll be doing it's once you get into it, it's really easy, and it works. That's the main thing. It really works. I still have a big smashing huge dinner and snacks afterwards, just in a short space of time.
Yeah, fair dues. Fair dues. I suppose it takes an adjustment, but it's like anything, isn't it? We are incredibly adaptable creatures. You know, it's a bit like when you're having a conversation with somebody who isn't vegan and they're like, I could never go vegan. Whenever I hear that, I always out externally, I'm like, I sigh and I try and be nice and supportive and polite, but inside I'm like, yeah, I could never go vegan. Where are we up to?
Peter says, do you think truffles are considered vegan because they have to use dogs to sniff out the truffles?
I thought they used pigs.
They use both, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Peter? What do you think? I'm not sure on that one.
I think they're vegan because they're not always found that way. People find them too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, interesting one though. Interesting. Sometimes I think we can kind of almost, we run the risk of getting too bogged down in the quagmire of, variables when it comes to vegan stuff. Particularly in Veganuary for the newbies, I think it's important to try and keep things as simple as possible, as much as we can.
Oh, well, thank you, the vegan vlogger. I'm glad you found our channel helpful. And isn't it a lovely journey, though? Being vegan, it truly is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. But it's perceived, though, isn't it? Joseph saying, I think most vegans said that they could not go vegan before making the transition.
I did.
Yeah. I think most people do. It's that perception, isn't it?
I said I would never give up my eggs and my cheese. Actually said that in words. I will never give up eggs and cheese. I do enough. Then I watched Veganuary twice, and the second time I was done. I was done. Done.
Yeah. It's the way it is, isn't it? It's the way it is. Adam says, saw a post the other day, if you change the word vegan to kind, it would make them sound ridiculous. Yeah. Well, this is why I'm always harping on about the term cruelty-free, because I think cruelty-free resonates more with people. So love or hate the term vegan, love or hate the term or the words plant-based, I think a lot more of us should use the term cruelty-free, because there's a cruel version and then there's a cruelty-free version. Do you want to pick the cruel, horrible version, or do you want to pick the version that's cruelty-free? Like a no-brainer to me. That was the first time that thought resonated with me was a few years back when Greg's first got on the bandwagon, and me and you had that conversation about like people, just regular normal people going into a Greg's and looking at the bakes and thinking, oh well, so there's a steak bake that's cruelty-free and doesn't involve any death, and then there's the one that involves the death. Which one do I choose? And then what happens in your brain when you start getting presented with that information? Maybe I'm going a bit too deep with it, but, you know, we've got to try and do something to get these hardened meat eaters on the journey.
Oh, we've got a parcel to open.
We have.
From...
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to save that for another live?
No,
do it now.
It
has been a while, hasn't it?
It's been it was sent to us at the beginning of December. We get the parcel, Jason.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading Sasha's comment there.
Only because you're near her. It's like
this one.
Yeah. So this was sent to us in very early December from the lovely Jennifer.
I'm just checking, 1 second.
Over in America or Canada.
Right, I think we're good.
She spent a bloody fortune posting it to us. $57 postage. Bless you, Jennifer.
Bless you indeed.
And then we had to pay 25 quid to get it because of customs charges. Then they said, you haven't paid it. What?
No,
Then they said, you haven't paid it. And I was like, I bloody have paid it. And it took me ages to prove that I paid it. So I'm glad it's here and we can close this chapter. Don't worry. I saw you then, Frank. And there we go.
Cool. Oh.
So obviously this was meant to arrive at Christmas. And the Christmas card will still go up, just like the other ones did.
Yes. Oh, there's one for Stuart as well. How lovely. How lovely.
Merry Christmas. All right, I'm not going to read it. It's a full letter in the card from Jennifer. So I shall read that after and say thank you, my love. I do love a read.
Yes. Awesome stuff.
And we've got ooh, organic chocolate truffles.
Ooh.
Organic chocolate truffle assortment.
Nice. Clearly marked vegan, of course. Gluten-free, plant-based, cruelty-free, made in the USA, vegan.
Merriest of holidays to you both. You guys bring me so much joy and spread an amazing message. Love and joy from Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer, thank you, sweetheart.
Whoa, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, oh no. Oh no.
What is it? What is it? Oh, no, I've heard of this.
I've heard of it and all.
Oh, no.
I think there's another one in here.
I've got to have a proper look. What did you do with that knife?
This one's called Regret, man. It's called Regret. Regret Reserve. Regret Reserve. Let's just get the bits out.
Yeah.
Like this.
All the bits and the things.
Right. Chuck that down there for now.
There we go. Oh, lovely little note in there as well. I've got to have a look at this. Oh my goodness. This sauce will blow you away at over 1 million Scoville. Mad Dog 357 25th anniversary.
That's a gorgeous keyring.
Yeah.
That comes with it. And then regret.
Incredible.
It's actually called regret, Jason.
I've had
There's no point wrapping
I'm
it
just
back
going to
in.
put it back in there for now.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like that, you know. Amazing.
Oh, you get a sticker with this and a card and everything.
Elijah's Extreme Regret Reserve. Extremely hot sauce. How hot? Clearly marked vegan. I do like that. A lot of hot sauces these days clearly marked vegan, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Really nice to see. First in the list of ingredients, Carolina Reaper, scorpion and habanero peppers. And then we're getting into the water, salt, sugar cane. Nice. We've got quite a few hot sauces
Very arty.
at the moment.
Isn't it? The box it came in. Very arty. Scary. Right. Let's just.
So just, oh, there's a little sticker there as well. That's
I know.
nice. Just pop that back in there. Just do that
Jason.
now. Oh, we've got a little individual.
Paul.
Oh, Jen, thank you
And
so
Stuart.
much. Ah.
Where's that card for Stuart?
It's up there.
Right. So we'll leave that up there for Stuart.
Ah, this is lovely. I didn't expect this.
Life goes by
Oh.
the way the hours.
Oh, that's cute as all
Ah.
heck. If I was a mouse, I could play that guitar. So cute. So cute. For it says on the back, and this is important, for decorative use only.
And this is a lovely little Christmas decoration, which is just like a bowl of salad. Look.
That's kind of cool, to be fair. That's really cool.
Veggies. I'd just have that stood rather than hung on the tree, actually.
It's camp.
It is camp, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like the Christmas decoration equivalent of the parrots that we've got down at the allotment.
It's very delicate.
Nice. Jen, thank you so
Jen,
much.
thank you, sweetheart. And I'm so sorry it took so long for the British bloody post office.
We got there in the end.
We got there in the end, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
thank you.
Thank
for
you.
taking the time to send us some stuff.
And we will make sure
Much
to
appreciated and lovely. Yes.
get that stuff passed on to Stuart as soon as we're able to.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Awesome stuff. Oh, yeah, give me that.
And just because it's in here, and I know it's here, and I know I already know what this is.
KH, absolutely. Cute as all heck. Okay.
So these are from Jacqueline.
Right.
They're from our wish list on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
They're the cabbage. What do you call them? What your cabbages grow through. So once you've got your seedling,
Collar, cabbage collar.
cabbage collar. Once you've got your seedling,
Ah. Okay. Yeah. And then you just put that around it,
yes,
and that sort of sits.
and it stops the slugs from getting it, and it's like treated with something, but it's all, you know, it's not.
But it's not.
harmful.
Yeah.
or-
It's not chemical.
Jason, keep up the good work regarding the music, especially on Plot 25 vlogs. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Paul, you're a strong person. You can do this. I look forward to weight loss or healthy living vlogs. Please enjoy these
skirts.
Skirts for your veg. Love and hugs, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Appreciated.
Thank you. It's always appreciated. It's delightful. It will help. We've got a lot of work over the coming weeks with Plot 25 and the allotments.
So much.
But you know, it's all going to be enjoyable, I am sure.
Yeah.
We just need to have a good tidy down there and get ready for the new season. And we know what we're doing down there now when it comes to that. We know we've got to put a bit of graft in for the next few weeks. Start getting where we need to be at with it all. Lovely. This is lovely. Sasha says, hey guys, how many different hot sauces you have by now? I couldn't eat so much. The great thing is, even when they've been opened in the fridge, most of them have got a pretty good shelf life. And we do get through a fair bit, don't we?
We smash them. We love them. We love hot sauces. And
the really hot
ones that are, the ones that are mega hot and like too hot to enjoy on their own, they end up being fantastic ingredients for noodle soup, curry. We had tinned tomatoes on toast for lunch yesterday with a drop of hot sauce in.
There you go. We've got Adam's hot sauces to try next.
We've got 5 up there.
And I'm pretty sure we'll get that done before the end of January. Fingers crossed. We have got a lot on the cards coming up over the next week or two. But we do enjoy doing the hot sauce taste tests. We do enjoy trying new hot sauces. So excited to try the ones Adam sent us, but also equally as excited to try these as well. Amy, welcome to your first live. You know, we're kind of all the really exciting stuff's kind of happened now. But yeah, hope you've caught some of it. I'm not sure.
Simon, I'm glad you enjoyed the Heinz beans and sausages. They're all right, aren't they? It's, as we said, they're good. They're just not brilliant.
Yeah.
There's a bit too much sauce in the tin for me. But that's because I've been used to Sainsbury's own brand beans for years, and they're full to the top with beans in a thick sauce. So I was like, nah. I know Suma do beans and sausages as well, with about the same price. But you can mostly only get them from the co-op.
Yeah.
Will Stu be joining us next Grub Club? Do you know? I don't know. I shall have to ask.
Who knows?
I shall have to ask. It's next Saturday.
Is it next Saturday?
Next Saturday. It looks like there might be only 5 or 6 of us, but I need to book the table soon. We're going to the allotment in Manchester.
Chips on my arm then, yeah. Joking. I'm joking. Naomi, you know what? It'll be they're always entertaining, our chili taste tests. But to be fair, we'll probably separate them up. Because, you know, there's only so many hot sauces you can do in one sitting. I think the maximum we've done is 5.
Nadine asks, should children go vegan?
Oh, there's a whole vlog dedicated to it, isn't there?
There's a vlog on the channel about why I think that children should be raised vegan by default. And I invite you to seek it out. I can't remember what it was called.
I can't remember the title of it.
Let me look.
I can't remember the title. Delightful.
There we go.
Oh, that's the one, yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to having some of that cake later on with the lovely
and me. Here is a link to the vlog, Should Children Be Raised Vegan? I invite you to open it in another window and keep it for after this vlog. And listen to my arguments in there. I'm right.
Tracy, I know. Isn't it awesome? We are lucky guys. We've said this many times, and often, not always, but often, when people send us stuff, they send us stuff And it's awesome stuff because they've really taken the time to get to know us as people. And that is something we're eternally grateful for. To all of you that join us on our regular lives and really kind of know us and who we are and the kind of people that we are, that's really appreciated. Thank you.
Peter, I don't think I would. I don't ever want hot sauces to become gimmicky to us. And I think if it was somewhere where you had to sign a waiver, I'd be like, I'm not going to enjoy this. This is just going to be a test of fortitude eating it. I like to enjoy hot sauces. We actually really enjoy the buzz from hot sauces, don't we?
Yeah.
Especially if they're good flavored. So I don't think I necessarily would, because that would be too gimmicky for me. But I love a good hot sauce.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah. Good question, though. Oh yes, Adam got the beans and burgers from Co-op, I think yesterday. Looking forward to them.
Peter, you really do focus on negatives a hell of a lot. Can I ask you to try and be a bit more positive? Of course, we're fully aware of the moron that took our Should Children Be Vegan video and made a vlog out of it. There was a whole thing at the time. So we don't need you to constantly remind us of the negative things on YouTube or how we might be beaten if we were in drag in America. It's all negative stuff. Try and focus on the positives a bit more, rather, because otherwise you'll become one of those people who only ever talks about the negatives. And that's not good for you, buddy. That's not good for you. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for your heart. We live in a shit world, and you can focus on the negatives every minute of it, or you can focus on the good stuff. The choice is yours.
True that. I've often said before, just to echo what Paul's just said, because think of it as like the old cartoons. You know, think about your self-talk and think about like the old days in the cartoons where you had an angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder. Which internal voice are you going to listen to? Which internal voice is more helpful? Yeah. Indeedy do. Speaking about hot sauces, you know what? Our go-to, we had it the other night, and it's absolutely brilliant as just a standard table sauce, hot table sauce. Cholula.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Cholula's amazing.
And it's got a fair kick.
It has. It's not to be shrugged off.
It's a real mouth kick, but it's gorgeous. It's so flavorful. What did we have it with the other night? Oh yeah, when you see Tuesday's meal vlog, there's a whole section missing.
First time it's ever happened in our history of content creation. Pretty much.
Filmed the segment. We had pizza, rice, and an avocado and tomato salad. Beautiful meal. That pizza that we got from Tesco in the Tesco vlog, the chili and sweet corn. It's like jackfruit chili and sweet corn. Beautiful pizza. Went to get it off my phone, gone. Along with the final scene of the Tesco vlog, which thankfully I'd already got off my phone. Deleted, gone, no sign of it anywhere. Just like, what?
Random.
Where have they gone?
Yeah.
2 videos that were back to back, gone, just gone.
And
they're not even in the recycle bin, which is where things go when you do delete them. Just gone off the phone, like they never existed. Anyway.
Tank girl, I want cake now. Yeah, I'm wanting some cake as well, but it's 4:15 now. We'll probably eat slightly earlier than we would normally do. We do on a Sunday often, don't we?
Yeah, because we've only had a sandwich today. We've had yellow stickered Quorn vegan chicken on Sheldon's muffin.
Oven bottom muffin.
I'm looking at you, Lisa,
to be precise,
because Will and Chris aren't here.
Sheldon's oven bottom muffin.
And that what was that?
Oh, it's that stuff
Southern fried chicken mayonnaise.
It's good stuff.
Better naked.
Yeah,
we got it for £1 in Tesco's.
That's the stuff.
So it's gorgeous. Really nice flavour. Now, we like Frank's as well, but Cholula seems to have a little bit more of a kick, Adam.
It's also, I feel as though Cholula's got a little bit more depth of flavour to it, whereas Frank's, although it's nice, it reminds me of a slightly less hot version of Incona hot chili sauce. But it's personal taste, isn't it? That's why that's why it's great. That's why the world's great. And that we've got the variety and choice is
Laurie's
awesome.
right. There are several vegan families with young kids that have YouTube channels. Family 4 Explore is one of them.
Quite a few out there.
Feel free to name others in the chat there to let people know what to look out for if they have a family themselves and would like to see some more kind of family meals.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, before I forget, and before we even start to think about the possibility of wrapping up our live stream this afternoon, it would be rude of me not to say much love and hugs, of course, to Mum and Dad Brom, who always tune in to our live streams. And also a special little shout out to Auntie Pearl as well, who I know tries to catch as much of our content as she possibly can. Much love to all of you.
Family Freedom mentioned there by 2020 Bridget. I believe that is the channel that's been a favourite of Angharad's for a long time, and they visited her recently.
Yes.
Took her a load of gifts. I'm sure that's Family Freedom.
Yeah, I think you're right, babes. Yeah.
Adam, it is. We'll show you the bottle. It's got Cholula.
Okay.
It's got like is it actual wood or is it mock wood?
It's wood.
There, Jesse.
It's wood.
So it's always in Sainsbury's. This is what it looks like, Adam. So that's a wooden top, a little wooden top.
I don't know why I'm hiding my face.
Lovely bottle of Cholula. Beautiful, beautiful hot sauce. It's Mexico's second most popular. I can't remember what the first one is. And those Mexicans know their hot sauces better than any of us.
Yeah. And also, of course, clearly marked vegan. Yeah. Lovely. Oh. Oh, Tracy, going to attempt to make a baked lasagna-ish bake today with the leftover chili and rotini tofu ricotta, etc.
Oh, nice.
Shall see how it goes. Sounds lovely. Yeah, sounds great.
Saves a bit, Trace.
Nice. Persevere, vegan runner. Yes, persevere.
Hey, let me clarify my statement about children being vegan. I don't believe children should be forced to be vegan. I think vegan should be the default for children to be raised, because I explain it much better in the video. Here it is in a nutshell. If you raise your kid as a meat eater and they decide when they're a teenager that it's abhorrent and they want to be vegan, they can never erase the fact that they've eaten meat. Ever. It's a done deal. Whereas the other way around, if they choose to eat meat when they're a teenager, okay, but you were raised vegan.
Yeah.
And like the British Dietetic Association says, a well-planned vegan diet is good for people of all ages.
So I'm going to use what some people may consider a slightly triggering word now, but I'm going to use it anyway. It's a form of indoctrination. Why do we as a species indoctrinate our kids? We indoctrinate our kids into religion. We indoctrinate our kids into sport and football.
Oh, that does my head in.
And we indoctrinate our kids into eating stuff that shouldn't be eaten.
And we don't give them the right lessons either, I think. I think it's a lack of parenting when you allow your child to run into a flock of pigeons on the ground, shouting and screaming and scaring them, without saying to them, imagine if a giant pigeon chased you down the street. Think about how that feels for them. I know you were just having fun, but let's not do that in future, eh?
Better still, get to your local fancy dress shop, hire a giant pigeon costume, and then go out and start running after kids and terrifying them. Don't do that.
Don't
do that. I didn't suggest that. I'm joking, but you know, kids are smart. When you do a comparison and contrast thing, most kids will get that. They'll understand.
When I said to that little girl in Oldham that day, "Don't do that, sweetheart. I'm just feeding them, and they're scared of you because you're big. Do you want to feed them with me?" The little girl was fine. I could see it in her eyes straight away. She was like, "Oh yeah, I would like to feed them with you." And her mum said, "Don't effing talk to my effing daughter like that." What? Asking her not to do something that's not nice and trying to teach compassion. Okay, great, mother. On you go.
Yeah. Sad but true. Sad but true. Ashley, I might just do it one day. You never know. You never know. Imagine a pigeon, giant pigeon, getting arrested in Oldham Town Centre. Yeah, exactly, Imran, mate. Exactly. Yeah, it's all good. We could chat for hours, couldn't we?
Yeah.
On some of these subjects.
That's the nice thing about this channel, isn't it?
Peter, yes, that's my advice. We're all in control of what we watch. I have to say it to Paul now and again.
Peter, did you see my vlog last week saying I'm not in a good place right now? I'm in a better place than I was when I made that vlog. And part of that is because I am limiting my news intake. I'm still keeping abreast. I'm still aware of what's going on. I'm still aware that the world is absolutely up terribly, and it's largely through politics and tribalism. Fully aware of that. However, I have a beautiful husband, a wonderful home, two gorgeous parents-in-law, a mum, lovely mum just down the road, loads of great friends, a fantastic job that makes me feel fulfilled every day, even though I can't stand working out in the cold. That's what I try to focus on. The beautiful Isis and her cuddles. I'll focus on the good stuff. I'll stay aware of the bad stuff, but I need to be careful with it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We've all got to moderate ourselves, haven't we?
Of course,
you know, we've got Leanne and Ashley here moderating the chat, but we all individually
need to self-moderate. Yeah, absolutely, we do.
Lovely that Tracy's just written. As mentioned before, it was our 15-year-old at the time daughter who educated us on the advantages of a plant-based diet, being almost 10 years and have never looked back.
That's
Tracy.
Amazing. See what great parents you are, though.
For listening and paying attention.
Like really bloody good parents, being amazing parents.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be saying that because it shouldn't be.
It should be the norm.
Should be standard.
Yeah.
But well done.
And Adam says, Poppy says out loud in supermarkets, pointing to me, that's gross. She's a little activist sometimes. The looks I get off people makes me laugh.
Oh, bless her.
Awesome stuff, mate. Awesome. Yeah.
People are triggered by vegans because it puts in their mind what they avoid as much as. But I did. Do you not remember when you were defending yourself against the thoughts of being? Because I do. I remember I was like, the chickens are treated well. I'm fully aware that a chicken's egg is its period in a hard shell, and I'm happy to eat that, and it's not been harmed. And cheese is fine, because if you don't milk a cow, what happens to the milk? They eat grass. I genuinely thought cows ate grass and made milk. I had no, because it's never called breast milk, is it? It's breast milk for the young that's been taken away so that we can have it. And as soon as all that clicked, done.
Boom.
Done.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ashley has already mentioned Cathedral City, Simon, but
yes, Cathedral City, Simon. If you live in the UK, it is what I mean. It's not healthy. It's not healthy, Matt, but dairy cheese isn't.
I was just about to say, is any cheese healthy?
No, not really.
Dairy or non-dairy?
So it's not healthy at all, and it's got very little nutritional value. Does it taste, look, smell, and melt like cheese? Absolutely. It's the only one of all the vegan cheeses ever that's given me pins and needles in my jaw muscles here. And I love that.
Pins and needles in his jaw. Also
Oh.
could be referred to as Twangy McGee. Twangy McGee. There you go. That's one for a Sunday. Where are we up to?
Oh, Adam says, did you guys buy? No, Adam, I've been right cheeky. I've never done this before.
We've never done this
never done this
ever.
before. I found out the manufacturer of the tent were Coleman.
British.
Right? And it's a UK company. So I emailed him and said, I'm a YouTuber.
You didn't do that though, did you?
No. And we've got a channel and we'd really like to start camping a lot more this year. And we were going to buy one of these. However, if this all comes off, us camping and we're going to vegan camp out where we're performing and they're going to appear in a load of vlogs. Can we have a tent, please?
You don't ask, you don't get.
I've also asked for a jackery.
I don't think we'll get a jackery. I don't think we'll get one. But you don't ask, you don't ask, you don't get.
So if they say no, I'll buy one.
You know, going back to the conversation we was having before about the fact that we're not big enough to impact. You know, we haven't got 100,000 subscribers. We haven't got that gravitas for companies to just come to us and say, here, have all of this.
Speaking of which,
some do that.
Please subscribe to the channel and help us get up there. I am really tacky. I want one of those plaques with our...
I'd love one
from YouTube.
I thought about making us one for like, you know, when we got to like 20,000.
I want one from YouTube.
Oh, I'd like a real one, but that's 100,000 in it for the silver plaque. Yeah. No, I'll go a long way to go. Yeah, a long way to go. Slow and steady. It's the way it is. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, just going back to the conversation we were having, lots of great comments in the chat, particularly relating to vegan cheeses. And again, I'll go back to what I said before. What a time to be alive that we've got so much choice. We've got the really high-end, expensive, artisan created stuff that's like mail order, right down to like, you know, you can go and get a block of vegan cheese for £1.
Peter asked us an interesting question then. Have you ever been sent any emails asking you to endorse products on your channel? About 30 a week.
A lot.
Constantly,
all
the time.
And not just emails.
Games, software, programs, jewelry, beauty products.
Instagram a lot.
Food, but a lot of stuff that we're just like, nah. You're really expensive for a start.
Can I just jump in there as well and just say, you know what the most irksome thing of all is about that? And it doesn't just happen with our channel, it also happens at work as well for me. I get it constantly. People who message you about endorsing a product or being like an influencer. Hey, I've recently checked out your profile. It's so great.
We'd love to work with you.
You haven't checked our profile out, have you? Because if you checked it out,
no, some of them are really clever and they actually put a title of a video. We particularly loved this video. You know, but you know, 9.5 times out of 10, we say, sorry, not interested, or we just ignore the emails. If we had no morals, we'd be quite wealthy.
Say no more on that front.
It's true.
No, that's it. That's it. Is it? So it's like, you know,
if we had no morals, we'd be quite wealthy. But this channel, you people, matter to us. We won't try and sell you something we don't believe in ourselves. Vitini, that make the air fryer, contacted me recently, and I'll do this, but I've warned them and said, We've got a new health grill. We loved your Vitini unboxing. We'd like to send you one free. And I said, please feel free to, but I'll give you an honest review.
It's a much better way of working, though, isn't it? It's a much better
You give me a free
working.
product, I'll open it and I'll review it, but I'll be dead honest. So,
and if the person's got faith in their own product, then that shouldn't be a problem, should it? By rights, you know.
Oh, Simone saying she highly recommends the Better range to all the any German folks. And I saw Sasha said before that Heinz was coming over to Rewe, R-E-W-E. Is that right? So I don't know how you say that in German.
Yeah. Jennifer, I live close to Cleveland, and they've just started stocking artisanal cheeses. So delicious.
Are they like made from nuts and things, Jennifer? Oh, my Happy Mouse cheese is incredible. We had so much of it over Christmas. It was beautiful.
I'm glad that we understood what the vegan vlogger was meaning there, because it says
cheese.
Mouse cheese. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, the Happy Mouse company, fantastic stuff.
There you go, Simone. Try the Rue
REWE.
Lichler service. They have so many products, and I'm not saying this because I work there. It is.
That's Lifer, I imagine, or Lifer. Yeah, Lifer or Lifer.
Hey, actually, Peter, I've heard really good things about that Athletic Greens. It's fully vegan for a start. They only use organic products to make the powder. Tyler and Todd, to another gay couple who are YouTubers, but they don't focus on their veganism. They focus on building what's the word? Like an off the grid property.
Yeah, it's like
an
an
off-grid property in Canada. Lovely guys. They're sponsored by Athletic Greens, but they genuinely take them every day.
Yeah, and they've been taking it for about a year, haven't they? If not longer.
A couple of years now, I think.
Yeah, which is fair. Do you know what I mean? If you want to really, I can understand some YouTubers who are very, very well established.
It's Rewi. Thank you, Sasha.
I can understand a lot of YouTubers that are very well established who have built a really good business relationship with certain companies where they can work with them for several years, and every so often they'll do a sponsored video where they're like, Athletic Greens, that's today's video, it's sponsored by this, and we're going to talk about them for a minute, and that's great. It's not something we would rule out completely, but I do like the way that things are at the moment. I like the way that it's a little bit more organic, that people do send us stuff sometimes. We'll look at it, we'll review it, but, you know, I wouldn't ever want to get like paid. In fact, I just wouldn't. I point blank would refuse. If a company said, we want you to say this about our product and we'll give you X amount of money, I'd be like, sorry, that's not what we do.
Tyler and Todd are amazing, aren't they, Leroy? Or Tracy, whoever it is. Commenting, I think it's Tracy. Yeah, we love them. We've watched them for a long, long time. We didn't even know they were vegan at first. We just kept seeing them cook things and make lunches and stuff, and we were like, they're vegans, these guys.
Yeah, they don't go on about it much, do they?
No.
But I mean, that's not
because
what their channel is.
What their channel's about.
Yeah, it's just subtly dropped in here and there now and again, isn't it? You know, from them, but it's quite subtle.
Alex D, random question. Any interesting ideas to use up a load of bananas? Well, of course, you've got banana bread. And have you ever made banana nice cream, where you freeze them until they're solid, and then you blend them in a blender or a food processor with a little bit of plant milk and whatever flavor you want, some berries, some cocoa, some nuts, and you make soft scoop ice cream. It's lovely.
It does actually work really well, and I'll also say I'm not a massive fan of bananas, and even I really like the nice cream, because once you've added what you want to add to it as you're making it, you're not really getting much banana coming through, you know, once you've added fruit to it or chocolate or whatever. So yeah, it's a good option.
Yeah, so many things you can do with bananas. They're a damn good fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're going to start bringing this to a close, my lovelies, but we'll give you a couple of minutes for everyone to say goodbye to each other. We'll say a massive shout out and thank you to Ashley and Leanne, as always, for moderating the chat. Make sure everything is going well in there. If you've missed the chocolate cake, it's Depression era chocolate cake, also known as Crazy Cake and Scrooge cake. Lots of different names for it.
I'll give it a name. Cruelty-free chocolate cake.
It's a lovely chocolate cake, and we've made a nice frosting for it, and all of that is at the beginning of the video, along with the full measurements for the recipe, should you fancy having a go yourself.
Yes.
So, you know, and you don't have to have it as a plain chocolate cake. You want to chuck a load of walnuts in there, do that. You want to chuck a load of sultanas or dried cherries or whatever you want in there and make it, you know, step it up a bit, do that.
Sasha said, "Bye, fools," and then corrected himself. Folks, I mean, lol. I thought he was like doing like a Mr. T out of the A-Team or something. Bye, fools. I pity the fool. It's been lovely. As always, it feels like it's been ages since we've done a cooking in the kitchen because it's been a while. Thank you all of yous, of course, for the thumbs up and just for sticking around.
And thank you for our lovely gifts
Yes.
from our wish list and just a lovely bunch of Christmas presents. Much, much, much appreciated. We always appreciate everything that you guys send to our PO box or buy for us from our wish list, which is quite empty. Actually, it's got camera on there, which is waiting for end of month.
Yeah.
So we can budget and kind of go, right, we can afford it, let's get it.
Yeah.
Don't say that too loud though, because we're still using Polly for now and I don't want it to get upset. But she's a bit knackered. She's a bit. Every time I switch her on, she's like, wah, wah.
She's not really like that, but yeah.
So yeah, do have a gorgeous week, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that you're inspired to make your own vegan chocolate cake. Don't call it depression cake, call it diva cake. Diva cake, because today it was made by a diva.
Yes.
Love you, mister.
Love you.
Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Do hit that subscribe button and that bell button. If you want to help us out, you can join the channel or become a patron, but none of that is expected, but always appreciated. We'll see you again soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.